Hey, what's going on, guys? I've actually been a little scared to make this video for a while, mostly because I kind of don't want to know the extent of the damage that I've done to myself after this last injury that I sustained. Broken leg, broken ankle. Basically, this is the first time I've gotten on the board and pushed around, but I've never tried to really turn into things, try to get that movement back in my foot that I need back in the ankle, because after the injury, the muscles were torn so badly around there that now just so much stuff that used to be so second nature to me is just now painful or just tight, like stiff. So I've kind of like not wanted to get into the recovery process, talking about what's difficult, what I'm capable of, what I'm not capable of, just because it kind of sucks and it kind of like gets in your head a little bit. But with that said, got to start somewhere. So I guess this is like the first jump back in the pool here. I've got my garage cleared out. It's been raining so much that it's good to have this area to skate in. Not to mention the heat. Got a new fan in here to help out with that stuff. I guess the first thing that's hampered me and that I've noticed in my everyday life, like walking is okay now. I can walk pretty easily. When I take a step forward and my foot leans in and the weight goes this way, I feel kind of like a stretching in the muscle in the back there, and that hurts a considerable amount. I'm okay going upstairs. Going downstairs is very painful, and I usually have to kind of grab a rail and kind of leap into each step. I guess an important thing is going to be just doing whatever stretches I can to work out those muscles. They suggest, and this is something that most skaters that have to stretch beforehand do, try to write your name with your foot to try to get every type of movement that you might be doing. If I were to write my name with my right foot, my uninjured leg and joints and ankles, the movements are very fluid movements. They feel very controlled. On the left side, that was broken along with those two bones in my leg. When I try to do those, I can't smoothly hold any position. It kind of jumps from spot to spot. There's a considerable amount of pain and starts to shake. So doing this kind of stuff, that kind of range of motion exercise is probably going to be pretty important. I should probably focus on that a lot. This is about the point where the doctor said that I could start being able to take impact on that leg without fear of further damaging that bone. There's no pain as a result from impact. If I were to do an ollie, the problem comes into play with the motion that would incur from doing an ollie. That pop and that quick pivot to the side and that slide. To do all that and then come down correctly, I don't know if I'm even close to it, honestly. I think over the next few months, I'm more so just going to be back on the board, just working on board control, carving around and stuff. Because those kinds of motions should, in theory, loosen up those muscles and get them used to those movements again. As much as I want to break out an ollie and try to shove it, try to heel flip again, on top of anything else that I was in the process of trying to learn before all this happened. I was working on my half cab heels, I was working on my front side flips. All that stuff is just kind of out the window right now. I know the recovery process is going to take a while, and I'm trying my hardest not to get downhearted about the situation that I'm in and just how far set back I am in my progression. It is what it is. So basically, the name of the game is just try to jump back on that horse and just try to do what it takes to get my body back, to doing what it was able to do before, which I wasn't where I wanted to be in my skating progression, but I was at least where I was to where I could go to the skate park and have a blast, I could hit ramps, I could hit rails, ledges, I was having a lot of fun. And it sucks to not be there. So yeah, it's going to be a process, but Let me grab the camera. We'll do a little bit of a close-up kind of thing. So I can push off fine, no pain there. And I can kind of carve into things a little bit. So that's cool. But if I have to take a really sharp turn, sometimes these movements that I would need in my front foot don't work out too well. Doing slides is rough because of that pivot in the foot that happens. Yeah, those are not cool. But, you know, it's an essential part. Switching around like that, like if I were to have to push Mongo to go right to fakie, that movement right there that happened in the left foot, that pivot around, is really almost impossible at this point. Yeah, it sucks, man. Here you can see the scar from the surgery. There's 2 pins still here going through my leg, and honestly, those might be inhibiting a lot of the movement of the muscles there. Not much that I can work on in the meantime. It's just, I think it's gonna be a process of just getting used to moving that foot around again. I think I just have to do a lot of this, a lot of rolling around. Maybe I can work on manuals a little bit. Those are difficult because of the amount of pressure that you have to maintain on the front foot. I don't think I could do a 180 no comply. Nah, the motion where I would have to step off and transfer this weight over, these muscles just aren't there anymore. I'm determined to put in the time because I would want nothing more than to get back to some semblance of where I was before. So basically that's where we are. I need to do a lot of this. I've got my longboard too. I might break that guy out and just go on just longer rides just to, you know, kind of get back to pushing, and then with the longboard you'll do a lot more carving and whatnot. That's basically it. As a detriment to myself, I think I'm gonna try one ollie. So here we go. We're broken leg in July. We're now almost in the middle of September. So here's an ollie. I can tell you just leaning into it, those muscles. First ollie. That wasn't too bad. I can't level it out. Man. Oh, it sucks. Leg and ankle injuries are no joke. Much the beginning of the journey back to getting on my board. So not much else to show you, just got to put in the time and the effort. But so I hope it pays off. All right, that's it. To those that have been subscribing and following this channel, I appreciate you. I appreciate you a lot, and hope to have some more progress for you here soon. In the meantime, I'm always going to be doing Skater XL videos in the meantime because I'm having a blast with that. But all right, I will talk to you guys later. Stay young, skate forever.